So, I'm probably going to be talking a little bit about life and specifically writing. So, if you feel that that's boring, go ahead and shut this off right now because that's probably what I'm going to be talking about for the next 10 minutes or so. So today I had some type of nervous mental lapse breakdown of sorts, and it's like one of those things, well, at least for me, like the way it works is that I'll be sitting and then I'll have an overload of thoughts. So I have too many thoughts going at me at the same time, and they all get clogged up and they'll get stuck through a funnel. So let's say imagine there's a door, and then all of a sudden there's a fire, and then there's 100 people trying to get through one door at the same time, and it just it gets clogged and it just stops. And that's more or less what happens with my thoughts. And so that happened today during class, and it was amazing. That's a lie. It was the most horrific thing I've ever witnessed ever in my life. It was like I was watching myself crash and burn from a third. I don't know, but I don't know. It was stressful, probably the most stressful thing I've ever dealt with ever in my entire life. But on top of that, it was funny because my sense of humor is warped. So, if to anybody else who was there, it probably was the most entertaining thing in their life. But I don't know. But I had this conversation with my teacher, and it goes something like somewhere along the lines of her asking me whether or not I was going to continue to write, and I said I didn't I wasn't exactly planning on doing anything else with my life. I told her that once I had started writing it, that was basically that was going to be my choice. I was gonna choose to write because that's what I wanted to do with my life. I don't really see a purpose in doing anything else really besides the other stuff I enjoy. And previously I had my major set on something that's, I guess, socially accepted as something that's slightly more productive than just writing for kind of no reason. I think when I say writing for no reason, it just that's kind of what ends up happening with a lot of people. You just write, and because it's so hard to be successful at writing and produce money and some type of cash flow or revenue, that you it seems like you're writing for no reason, even though you're writing for yourself, you're writing for an audience and all this stuff. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but anyways. So she asked me if I was going to plan on continue writing. I said yes, I was. I told her I just recently got accepted to some school that whatever, and then that I was probably going to continue writing there, and then hopefully somehow try to make a living off writing. And she said that she was glad because she thought that I was good at it or something, something along the lines of she would hate to see that potential go to waste. I don't know. I think she lied, but that's okay. Um, and I just I know that I want to write, and I feel like the only way for me to continue on living is to write, because if I don't do anything else with my life, then I don't see the purpose in living my life, if that makes any sense. But I don't know. But then I started talking about why I was compelled to write, besides the fact that I think it's pointless to do anything else. And I told her that I have this I have this issue with procrastination, although my form of procrastination is nowhere near anyone else's form of procrastination. But I have this obviously everyone has problems sitting down and getting stuff done because there's just so many distractions. You have the internet, TV, radio, music, and it's just a little harder to get work done now than it was 15 years ago or 10 years ago even. And so there's just more keeping you from getting to your goals, and I think that's one thing. And then the other thing that kind of works against that is that for some reason I'm under the assumption that I feel like I'm probably gonna die very young, and so I'm compelled to write as much as I possibly can in in a short amount of time, because I feel like I'll probably die when I'm 25 or 27 or something. And I don't know why or how I got into that thinking. It's just that I feel like I would be the unlucky one to just die at a really early age. So it's if I get everything down on paper as soon as I possibly can, then at least I did something with my life or something like that. I don't know. But that's the other reason why I like writing, because I feel like I have a lot to get off of my chest, and I have a very limited amount of time to do that in. And I don't know. I just think that like writing is really like beautiful. It's just something that's not. Um, I think it's like rare now, and to be involved in something that not that many people do is good. And like obviously, like there's hundreds of thousands of writers out there. But what I'm saying is that like no one's gonna sit down like on a Friday night and write something because everyone else is gonna go out and party. They're gonna go out and drink or do something like their version of having fun. No one is going to sit down and try to write a sonnet or some type of epic poem or just something. Like they're not going to sit down and they're not going. First of all, they're not going to sit down and like pick up a pencil, and second of all, they're not going to do anything like with that pencil. They're just, if anything, they're just going to sit there. And it's nice to be involved in something that's like slowly falling out of style because it's, I don't know, in a way like you're still giving life to it, like you're breathing life to something that's new and something that's old, but it's new in the sense that the fact that not that many people are doing it's just like you're revitalizing. Is that the right word? Like yeah, you're breathing new life into something that's old, and I think that's wonderful. That makes any sense. That makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to remember what my life was like with before. I mean, like I know that like because I draw a lot, like I paint, and so like I knew that that's what my life was before. And then now at this point, it's like without those two things, like I don't exactly know who I am. I mean, technically, if I didn't have those things, I wouldn't really be anyone. I would just be some random. I don't even know. Probably wouldn't even exist. Probably. But I don't know. I love writing. Like I said, if you made it this far into the video, you probably like one wasted your time or two you're bored out of your mind. But I guess that's okay. Um, I don't know. I have a new webcam, kind of. It's not mine. It's my sister's, and since she's like more of a progressive internet user, she has like a better definition on her webcam, so I decided to use that instead of my shitty ass one that's like on my computer because it doesn't work correctly and it's super pixely. But this one says that it's like 750 high definition pixeliness of Logitech technology. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that was my rant for this evening. Don't really know what else to talk about. I mean, there's always something to talk about, but as far as the video goes, I think this has been pretty stretched out. I mean, yeah, it's been like 7 minutes, so I don't want to like bore you guys to death. But yeah, that was my rant on why I think writing is beautiful, perfect, gorgeous, lovely, attractive in every way. But yeah, and I feel like I tend to do like these things at night, and so like my energy level is so low that I feel like I come off as like this crazy, like medicated, completely leveled individual, and I'm more like 600 packets of sugar and like electricity pumping through my face. And that's more or less what I'm like in the morning, in the afternoon, whatever. So maybe I should start like filming more then rather than late at night when I'm like borderline near death, trying to like stay up doing homework or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Bye.